to 9. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9, when you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9, come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9, it's Tingle and Co.
Good morning and welcome in. Like, that stench has hit my nose.
It's not a stench, brother.
The smell of Jello shots at Rocco's. The smell of the green grass.
Drink.
As LSU has punched their ticket to the College World Series with a win last night over West Virginia. 2 wins the past 2 days.
7 to 9, come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9, it's Tingle and Co.
Last night during the bottom of the ninth as LSU closed it out. John Denver rang throughout the golf suites. As LSU, look at that man. God. I mean, and that is the biggest smile you will ever see. From him.
That's it. That's all you get.
It's a smirk for anyone else.
How you like my new lineup?
What a weekend for LSU. What a weekend for Jay Johnson. Just flexing on everybody with that lineup change. Obviously, we'll get into the ins and outs of LSU's 2 wins this past weekend as they have punched their ticket to the College World Series. The Tigers are headed back to Omaha. All is right in the world. Everyone feels comfortable.
You can exhale.
Whether it's LSU fans, whether it's Jay Johnson, whether it's Skip Burtman, whether it's Maureen, whether it's Rocco's, whether it's
Omaha,
the city of Omaha,
the city of Omaha. It's like, yes,
everyone
sweet
is
revenue.
glad
for sweet revenue
that LSU is
get
headed.
those dumb fucks up here,
Please.
They'll spend their money on flavored water.
6 people care about college baseball.
Yeah,
thank God one of them is coming here.
Oh, you want Murray State or you want LSU?
Yeah, give me LSU.
Give me LSU.
Give me LSU.
And good luck, Murray State. Play again today.
Yep, they play again this evening.
It's our last undecided.
The last undecided. Yes, very true. And
Andrew Messina, Country Roads, take them home.
Take them home. It was a fun weekend of LSU baseball as the Tigers get it done in 2 games. Anderson, Ianson made it happen. Lloyd, how was the atmosphere last night?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, did you have fun?
A little fun. A little bit of doubt in the air, I will say, because the quick shower, and then you didn't really see a lot of – it was a little murky. It was a little ominous around the tailgate. Usually it's thumping. People were waiting. And then, of course, you get the inevitable 2-hour – we say the inevitable 2 in the first inning, inevitable 2-hour delay, which, listen to me, are you happy or sad? Because I think you're going to check the happy box. And
it happened
argue. Again, and we can contend that this is the NCAA's decision, which it is. But Also, would you rather Ironson go 2 innings or 2 hours? You tell me.
2 hours. I would like for the starting pitcher to not get cut off.
And that's what the NCAA is most worried about. They want to put a good product on the field.
They do.
And you got a good product last night. Ironson, you got to see Kate Anderson, obviously, the game before, and then Ironson. They're probably last 2 games you'll see in Alec Box, unless there's an unforeseen circumstance. Like, I don't know what that would be, but I would like for it to happen if they can come back to LSU and 2 stalwart performances. That's what LSU was set up for. You got 2.
That's what you needed.
And then you had a little bit of, I guess people waiting for the other shoe to drop a little bit in the stadium, and then the stadium picked it up. And then it became Alec Box whenever it became like, okay, you can kind of exhale and inhale at the same time. It's going to be okay. And it was elite atmosphere in there, as it always is.
Yep. Big-time night, big-time performance, big-time weekend. As LSU gets the job done, they're headed to Omaha. LSU, we'll just get right into the headlines. LSU defeats West Virginia 16-9 in Game 1, 12-5 in Game 2, and punches their ticket to Omaha. Obviously, there were some really great quotes from last night after the game, after the win, that we will get to as the show goes on. LSU had a big-time portal edition during the rain delay. Jay Johnson saw that the game was getting pushed back. Said, "You know what? It was announced before the game that Dardar was going to be on a visit this week or yesterday, and so you see that before the game. The rain delay happens. In my mind, what I picture is the rain delay happens. Jay sits back down at the table, and says, "Buddy, look, while we're here, wait on this game to get played. We might as well get this deal
between
done.
15 minutes and an hour and 15 minutes.
Might as well just go ahead and sign this paper right here. Get this deal done. You're an LSU Tiger."
You want to make magic with me?
You want to come to the box?
I know you want to make magic.
You want to
with
get
me,
tickets
boy.
real quick? It's gonna happen one 2 ways.
Make a little magic.
LSU adds Seth Dardar as he Louisiana native returns home. If you remember, LSU played Kansas State in the Frisco Classic earlier this season. Dardar had a home run.
Oh, we got him.
He had a homer and a double against LSU. That double, if you remember, was the play that Josh Pearson made to relay to Milam.
Oh, wow.
That
would have been the game
Shout
winner.
out to Justin Babin.
Oh, the recall on that boy.
That little tidbit there. But, yeah, here he is, the newest addition to LSU baseball, as the Tigers win in the box last night, and they make a transfer portal addition during the rain delay. Rain delay, Jay. Can't stop him. Welcome home, Seth Dardar. You weren't supposed to be in Kansas State anyway,
He
brother.
was hitting nukes.
You're supposed to be in Alec Box Stadium, my friend.
A little Bryce Harper-ish, just swing-wise.
Yeah. It's a nice swing. But
Going
big
home.
addition for LSU last night during the rain delay. Like we've said, all but one ticket has been punched to Omaha as Duke and Murray State face off tonight at 6 p.m. Arkansas takes down Tennessee, wallops Tennessee yesterday.
Hate to see that for Liam Doyle.
Yeah,
I really do.
a real nice guy.
Yeah.
You leave, in the 4th?
Yeah, I mean, he was getting...
With 75 pitches, bases loaded, all 4 are under yours.
Yep.
The psycho, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, it was... It sucks to see that for such a nice guy.
Just, the guy that plays it the right way.
Yep, he does. He's always got such a good attitude, and he's electric for the. He's got good sportsmanship.
Yeah, it seems like it'd be fun to know.
But Arkansas sends them home. Arizona sends North Carolina home. Louisville sends Miami home. Oregon State explodes last night against Florida State to send the Seminoles home. And what was a rockin' whatever Oregon State's field is called. Who else? Who else was a win? UCLA sends
Beaver Park.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to go.
Welcome. UCLA sends UTSA home.
I'll be damned.
We're gonna check this guy. He's on a heater this morning.
How
Who
early
else?
it is.
Who else
It took me a
who
full
else?
2 seconds
I
to
think
get
that was
that.
Oh, Coastal Carolina obviously
And the
sends
Chanticleers.
Auburn home, sends them packing, and they make a great highlight video with our guy.
Well,
Well, not our guy.
Mic'd Up's
Mic'd
guy.
Up's guy.
Yeah, it's
Chris Phillips. attached to Tingle and Co. But it was a great video by Coastal and their team as they threw in his rant about Coastal being, whatever.
I can't wait for Auburn to shove it up their fucking ass. Well, I would not. That's one team I would not pick a fight with because LSU has seen it happen, and it was one of the more miserable super regionals I've ever been to, where pesky, and they're just good.
Yeah, they're
just a legitimate
program.
Baseball team,
Yes.
not a team I'm picking against.
No,
I would actually more than happy to Arkansas. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean they were
Coastal. They're hot.
We were booking, we were selecting them, highlighting them as the toughest regional, the regional host that was least likely to make it out of their own regional with ECU and Florida, and they don't even hesitate. And then they go out and they take 2 from Auburn. Don't even go to a game 3. And that's an Auburn team that swept LSU earlier. Coastal's a legitimate program. Year in, year out.
Where do you think? I mean, where do they rate in terms of the hierarchy of guys left in Omaha?
I mean,
we have to wait for the rest of the tickets, but
Arkansas,
LSU, Arkansas, Coastal,
Duke or Murray State's not going to be.
I would say LSU and Arkansas, Oregon State is probably in that mix as well.
We'll see.
We'll find out. Who else is still in it?
UCLA.
I would have Coastal,
Arizona,
UCLA, and Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
I would have, and we'll see about Oregon State. I would have Coastal pretty close to right after LSU.
I don't want to play if Murray State gets through. Those are the teams that are
they're on a run.
Yeah, then you get to Omaha. It's Sweet 16 to Elite 8. We're
Cinderella.
Here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Little Rock. You saw it. I mean, that was the lowest RPI team in the country, and they're playing
normal baseball team.
Out of their mind. Just give me Arkansas.
I don't want to fight
please.
fate.
Just let me play.
Yeah.
It's like a normal
team that we expect.
Known quantity, yeah.
But rolling into the 2 claps here this morning. Jay Johnson deserves 2 claps, and Lloyd's going to be up and standing ovation. Jay Johnson flexed his cerebral muscle this weekend.
So proud of you, Dad.
How about that lineup change for game 1? I mean, had everybody shook when it came out. It was whoa, timeout. You're telling me Josh Pearson's the leadoff guy, Derek Curiel's in the 7 hole, mixing everybody around, and did it pay off or what?
I mean, every move worked.
You look at it, JP's leadoff, put some good ABs on the table, gets a grand slam later in the game. We'll break down the game more later, and then you have Curiel in the 7 hole. That's the one that everybody wait, timeout. Curiel's been your leadoff guy all year. Why in the world would you drop him to 7 hole? How about we let him hit with some guys on the bases?
7 hole happens. Whoa.
And
happens a lot.
LSU gets
runners on base.
2 hit by pitch before DC steps to the dish and sends one out. Appa, which was such a good swing of the bat. He is mature beyond his years at the plate. When you look at him, you'd be like, is that really a freshman that sits back, waits on it, sends it the other way, out of the park, 3 runs on the board, LSU no hit anymore. Shout out to him. But Jay Johnson, like we said, flexes muscle and then shifts the lineup back last night to something a little more normal, a little more expected, and it works again. Jay Johnson, 2 claps, ready. 2 claps and maybe even a standing ovation again for the LSU baseball players who just had their last go-round in Alec Box. This is a team full of guys that have been around the block, that are new, a nice mix of guys, but a lot of guys that are well-loved by the LSU fan base. Cade Anderson, obviously slated to maybe even be the number 1 overall pick. Wasn't the cleanest outing for him, did his job, got the win. Anthony Einson, same sentiment. Did his job, got the win. He is a junior, but he will be drafted. Jared Jones, the assumption would be he's
a junior, will be drafted.
Well. Josh Pearson, obviously, senior, veteran, national champion, and he will likely. He got his own standing ovation last night. He got to go up to the dish. He struck out, which was sad, but he got to go up to the dish and get his standing ovation. Daniel Dickinson has made it pretty apparent he came here to make a run to Omaha, win a national championship, and then head to the MLB draft. Michael Braswell, senior. Luis Hernandez, senior. Ethan Fry, likely to be drafted. Lloyd is working the phones, though.
Not phones. This is in person. This is straight to the mother, to the mama.
What was the pitch?
56 games of being a center fielder, right fielder, left fielder, shortstop, second base, third base, first base, catcher, pitcher, whatever you like.
Fair enough.
Put him in the field. He beat out another ground ball yesterday that you saw where he just put all of that on display. Look, I understand. There's scouts there.
Scored from first.
They
from
can
Milam's
see.
double.
They see it.
Trotted in.
He is. Like, see that for a bunch of times. Like, put that on display a lot. Like, welcome to the stage, Ethan Fry. Oh, again, thank God I came here on a Tuesday.
Yep.
Like, would be great to see every day. So, he could be a third-round pick, or he could be...
Top 5.
You could be a first-rounder. And
Yeah,
I mean, you
when
saw
you're
the way
talking
that
about-
Ianson, like, climbed up the draft boards
Yes.
where you saw him. And if you're LSU, you see him, and you see him, and you see him. And you're like, is anybody paying attention to this?
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, yeah, they are. But if he doesn't come to LSU and get that opportunity, if Ethan Fry doesn't put himself in that position to play every day, then I don't know if you are going to get drafted in the first round where you belong to be drafted.
Right. Yeah, I mean, when you're talking about measurables and these...
It's the same conversation. Like, Bear Jones, like, why would he come back for this? Also, this plays a massive impact on
Yes.
it. Like, I want to come back. I want to go to Omaha. I want to go win a championship.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you don't get the job done this season, it's going to
From
be like,
Rose Pond.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't finish the job. Job's not finished.
Or I want two.
Yeah, could be. Stanfield, he's a junior as well, but I mean, what else can he put on the table? The way he swung the bat this season, defensively, all those things. His draft stock will likely be at its highest, so I would imagine he'll be out as well. All of those guys did their job for LSU this season, won the fan base over. Excellent, excellent, and they deserve 2 claps. Ready. Cooper Williams held the rope again.
Call.
Did his job. Went out there
Doesn't have a choice.
after Anthony Ianson. They send Ianson back out for the 6th. See if maybe he can squeeze a little more juice out of it. He can't. Cooper Williams decides, you know what? Coach, I got it. Goes out in the 6th inning with 1 on and does his job. Holds the rope. Gets 3 outs. Goes back out for the 7th. Gets 3 outs again and gets 2 in the 8th. Does his job. Makes it happen for LSU. Shout out to Cooper Williams, who really had been fluctuating throughout the season. Matchup guy, not really getting looks, all these different things. And over the last 2 weekends has done a job for LSU. 3 2/3 last weekend, 2 2/3 last night. Held the rope, gave LSU an opportunity to win baseball games. 2 claps. Ready. Great job, Cooper Williams. The LSU fan base, a little bit of adversity they faced this weekend as Saturday it is blistering hot in Alec Box. Doesn't matter. Give me, 12,000, 13,000 on their feet echoing.
More.
Last night, first pitch 5 p.m. Scratch that, 6:06. Just kidding, 8:06.
Just kidding. 5 minutes, we're going to move it up.
JK, 7:56. You're getting 10 minutes. 10 minutes. That one was unbelievable. Like, what an ultimate FU move. Let's bump this thing up.
Why don't y'all
10
go ahead and get in
minutes.
there?
You know what, guys? We'll give you 10 minutes. But shout out to the fan base, man. The best in the world, and it was already known, but it was stamped this past weekend as the Tigers, the fan base, exploded. They had that place rocking. West Virginia did not know what hit them. Buddy Glasscock went on that mound and was rattled. He had never won. The sweltering heat had them
Melting.
dying on Saturday. But 2, the fan base had them rattled. Last night, Cartsonas,
Yeah, shook.
Buddy was working that rosin
Half to
bag because
death.
he didn't know what to do with Alec Box, the faithful, standing, screaming.
Trembling mustache.
The LSU fan base flexed their muscle. It was a great stash. It was a good stash.
It's a good stash.
But, buddy, that stash
You
doesn't
can see
strike
the
players
Dress-
out.
sweat dripping off it.
Try 67 pitches through 2.
Oh, dude, both of them. Like, ain't no air down there, buddy. If, like, when you saw the closeout of game 1, when
Yeah.
that poor fella, was going there trying to find air somewhere. He bent over 4 times to try to be like, I don't know if I'm going to make it.
Nope.
And I actually felt bad for him. I was like, oh, not from here. And it gets on you quick.
It does.
And it's like he's going to throw up or pass out or like, and then was it Larson? Or I forget who was it. They fouled off 10 pitches. Dickinson fouled off 10 pitches, like punished him. He was like a pledge.
Just
like, oh, another one.
Yeah.
Another one. Like, oh my God, please.
Here,
Come on.
for a while.
I've never seen a pitcher doubled over.
He was dying.
That.
Me either.
I've never seen that.
He was questioning life decisions. Like, he was debating, why did I play baseball? Like, why did I go to college to play baseball?
Y'all didn't tell me about this part.
This is not what I was expecting.
It was wild.
He literally was like muscle memory.
I would have rather not be on the postseason roster, Coach, for this. Because, look, as someone who was born and raised in Louisiana, that's awesome. That is the best pose in the world. As someone who's born and raised in Louisiana, that heat will get you. Like, I've been here my whole life.
And it still will punch you in the face.
It still will knock me out.
The walk from my car.
Yes,
the walk from my car.
Golf suites was
Yes.
fucking brutal. I was just like, this is uncomfortable.
I mean, I'm sitting at golf suites yesterday during the rain delay because I didn't want to drive back to Central because the timing was just enough that it was like a problem. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to hang out here. And all I wanted to do was go hit some golf balls. And I was like, I can't go. I'm not going out there.
It
not going outside.
was a convection oven.
Yes, I know. Pass. But like we said, shout out to the fan base, man. Flex their muscle, which they're going to do again in Omaha, just letting everybody know. They're going to flex it even more. But to close out the season the way you did, the LSU fan base in Alec Box Stadium deserves 2 claps. Ready? What you got? You pulling something up over there?
Oh, just a couple bits.
I want to hear it.
No, I was going to look it through. I took some videos.
Oh, you did? Good job.
I had to return some videotapes.
Like we talked about, we referenced it earlier, the Coastal Social Team. That video was awesome. Like, I love when the admin for a baseball, like, you know, a D1 school social media program has like their finger on the pulse of social media and is like, oh, we saw that video. We're going to make sure you know we saw that video. That, yeah, sweltering, brother. Glasscock, buddy.
Glasscock.
Sweltering.
What? You couldn't put it on a trough for LSU
that was me
fans.
sitting in golf suites in the AC. Melting. I mean, that's pretty accurate. But shout out to the Coastal team, which was a great video after their win against Auburn. And I just, like I said, I love when the admin has a finger on the pulse of social media of the sport. And they deserve 2 claps for that. Ready? Our guys, Justin, Jonathan, and Sam, held it down yesterday as we handled some audio issues at the start of the stream. Got it handled.
We got one bad wire.
Shout out. We had 2 bad. Well, maybe it was just one. Just the red one.
Just the red one. The red wire.
Christian
Cut the
had
red
it
wire.
in his mic. They thought it was mine. It was Christian's, and I was like, Christian, move your microphone. Every time I started talking, Christian would go, and it would be like.
We got to get Christian straight.
So, yeah.
Apparently he's a bit of a sour.
In general. But my guys held it down. Justin gave his own little mini Rally Time podcast ahead of the game last night.
Off the cuff.
As we, I started throwing questions at him while I'm trying to figure out this. I'm like, Justin, what do you think about Einstein on the mound tonight? And he just go, wow. Shout out to him. Shout out to our team holding it down. 2 claps. Ready.
It took us a minute to get warm.
It did, but we got it.
But
we got it.
Once we got there,
you boys.
Yeah, that rain delay.
It was
the rain delay.
It was the rain delay.
Rain delay's fault. Golf suites, another heck of a weekend. Saturday was awesome. We had some warm bodies in there.
Yeah, Saturday
watching
was fun.
the game with us. Shots were going around for grand slams and home runs. It was a great time. Golf suites has been gracious hosts, keeping us fed, keeping us hydrated.
Last night, staying late.
Yes, stayed late for us last night and the 2 games last weekend. 2 claps for golf suites. Ready. But back to baseball. LSU gets the job done last night with a win over West Virginia. The Tigers are headed back to Omaha. All is right in the world. It just feels right when LSU's headed to Omaha. Jay Johnson with an ounce of relief last night. Now, obviously, he's very much in the mindset of job's not finished. But you could see he felt a little bit of relief last night because he said it in the post-game presser, and I agree. These guys, this team deserves to be in Omaha. They are tight-knit, they're close-knit, they're buddies, they're family. and they're dogs
And they've been one of the best teams in the country
all year. All year. Through all the
consistently
adversity
good.
that may have been faced, LSU has pushed through, made it happen.
Whether it was real or manufactured by the
Yes.
fan base. but you're number one team in the country for a good portion of the year, but
And it was unacceptable.
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 This is unacceptable.
Wrong.
It's not your child.
It's not.
It's not your wife that won't talk to you.
But LSU, like we said,
It's actually
they win
performing
two.
quite well.
2 wins, Saturday, Sunday, got the job done. Start on Saturday, 16-9. How about that LSU offense this weekend?
That was you needed all of it.
All of it. I mean, as much as you had Anderson and Ianson ready to go, they did not have their best outings. Now, I think that a lot of that had to do with kind of where the zone was.
Oh God.
I think with Anderson, he was not getting the same zone
No.
that our guy Kern was for West Virginia, where that right corner, the inside pitch on the right-handed batter,
And the bottom left.
outside, he was giving him that pitch every time Cade tries to get it. No, sir. Not happening. Ianson lost the bottom of the zone last night, and it really threw him off. We was not giving him that low at-the-knees strike that he did in the first 2 innings, or that they were even swinging at early. They decided not to. They adjust. Your 2 guys didn't have their best outings, but got the job done because your offense exploded. Anderson in game 1, 7 innings, 9 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Did his job. I mean, like you look at the line, and it's not anything that you're going to write home about with 9 hits, 6 earned runs, 7 runs total, and only 7 strikeouts. But what he did was he did his job. 7 runs didn't matter because LSU scored 16 of them. You saw a Milam grand slam. Curiel opens it up with a 3-run RBI, followed by a Milam grand slam the next inning, and then a JP grand slam the next inning, as LSU just opens it up after getting no hit through the first 3 by Kern. It was an offensive explosion. It was awesome. It was really good to see, because what I'm going to say is when you look at the storylines for LSU going forward, it was, okay, you're confident in your first 2 arms. What do you have after that? Right? You're confident in Anderson, Ianson. What do you have after that? And my thought process is, going into Omaha, obviously you need more than just those 2. If you're scoring 10-plus runs a game, that gives you a whole lot more confidence in the guys you have in that bullpen, because you're giving them run support. Like, you feel differently about Chase Shores in a 3-2 ball game, or in a game where LSU only scores 4 runs, versus Chase Shores in a game where LSU's winning 10-5 and the offense is rolling. That is huge for LSU if the offense can perform to that level, because you've got the pitching. You have the guys. If the offense can continue to produce on that level, LSU should and is the favorite to win the whole thing.
You scored 28 runs in 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, that, like you in game 2 to me was more impressive, because you saw homers in game 1, which you love. I mean, I'm not going to say
grand
stop
slams.
hitting homers.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to say that. But what you saw in game 2 was a well-rounded attack of doubles, singles, pressure applied. Like, to me, like Stanfield, bases loaded. We had the debate at the watch party. Is he going to lay down the bunt? Like, what's the thought process going to be here? Jay says, you know what? Let my guys swing away. No outs, bases juiced. And what does Stanny do? Gets the 7th inning started for LSU with a base clearing single? No, it was a
double.
It was a double, was it?
Yeah.
So they're kind of the bases Stanny's going to be on second.
As he gets everybody moving. No, it was a 2 RBI single.
Oh, yeah,
2
yeah,
RBI
yeah.
single.
And that was the one that kind of lifted the whole thing
Milam's
up.
was a base clearing double early in the game.
Okay.
And West Virginia had kind of chipped away. They scored 3 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. It's now a 5-4 ball game, and LSU opens it up in the 7th with that Stanny single. That's what I loved, was seeing the lineup work in that manner. Of like, I love seeing grand slams. Obviously, I'm never going to say don't hit a grand slam. because I mean you're hitting with runners on the base on the base path.
I mean, Curiel almost let that thing off with a bomb.
I know.
Yeah.
Put a hole in the wall.
It was a very, very well-rounded attack from LSU. They got it started in the first, like Lloyd said. You had a Curiel double to left center. Fry flied out. Curiel got to third. Milam walked, and then Brown gets a fielder's choice.
He was
and scores.
flying
Curiel was
last night, like unbelievably
moving.
I'm fast.
Didn't have to show that speed later on in the game though. In the seventh inning, I believe, when he just decided, you know what, let me just hit this thing out and feel good about it. What did you say?
May have called that one in the stands.
But it was, I mean, we commented on it early in the night on the stream where they were making such good contact. They were just swinging the bat so consistently that even though, they made a couple pretty great defensive plays. And
they did.
But you could just tell by the way that they were taking just the quality of their at bats that it was not going to be an issue having a good offensive night. And then it seemed like there was a bit of a slowdown, but they turned it back up.
Yeah,
and they put
they were
their cleats in their neck.
Putting together really good at bats through the start of that game. Like when you look at the first inning, you obviously had the Curiel double, then you had a Fry fly out. Milam draws a walk. Brown reaches on the fielder's choice to score a run,
and the flyout was a productive out.
Yes,
from second to third, and
it was a hard hit ball.
Yeah,
yes.
And then you have Jared Jones single. Which shout out to Jared Jones with a really good night last night.
Both of his singles were just ripped.
Yes,
ripped.
Jared rips
the hardest
one,
hit singles,
and then Dickinson flies out. So your three outs in that game were a Fry hard hit fly out, a Dickinson hard hit fly out, and then Brown's RBI fielder's choice. So it's productive. It's two productive outs, and Dickinson was a barrel on the ball, and you got Kartsonis' pitch count up, and then you have Anthony Einstein strike out the side in the bottom of one. And so what you really you saw LSU continue until Dickinson struck out in the top of the second for the third out. You saw Reeves ground out, Hernandez line out, and then Stanfield walked, Curiel walked, Fry walked. Just really good ABs consistently from the LSU
and
lineup.
We talk about what's the big conversation piece of this team whenever people want to point to something as to this is why you lost or this is why you won. Hits with runners in scoring position, leaving 2 outs. Yep. Stephen Milam, welcome to the party, pal. This is what you do. Postseason Milam comes up, bases loaded, 2 outs, rips one down the first baseline to clear him, and then you see, okay, you can exhale a bit because you've seen how, whether it be LSU in the Supers, LSU in the regionals, or just look around the country where everybody that is a seed, a national seed, getting knocked off. It's these are the moments that matter, and he always seems to be the guy where batting 210.
Yeah, he's about to be at 300.
And now, postseason play, and he's the most feared man in the lineup.
It's unbelievable.
And that's what LSU's constructed like. It was Ethan Fry last weekend. It's Milam this weekend.
It's why all this Sky is Falling stuff from a month or so ago seems so ridiculous, because you know the quality of these players.
Right.
And
you're built 1 through 9.
They're having they have a dip at a moment, but it's there's just statistically there's no chance that guys this good stay cold for this long, and it's not a Sky is Falling moment. It's just you hit a bump in the road.
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's reactionary.
Yeah,
it's the sport of baseball is you roll with the punches and you keep on moving. And LSU has done that, like we said. And those you talk about 2 out hitting. How about 2 out ABs where the top of the second it's a Reeves ground out and a Hernandez line out. It's 2 outs quick, and then Stanfield goes down in the count.
Walks.
1-2. Draws a walk. Curiel goes down in the count 2-2, draws a walk. And then Fry draws a 4-pitch walk. There's a mound visit, and then you have Milam double down the line, and then followed by a Brown single to score Milam. Brown advances to second on a wild pitch. Jones hits an RBI single. That is 2 out baseball right there. Not just the hitting from Milam, Brown, and Jones, but Stanfield, Curiel, Fry to put together the ABs they did to draw those 3 walks to get the bases juiced for Milam to score them. Massive. But then West Virginia doesn't go away. That's the story.
Well, and also, real quick, you got to give Alec Box's credit because in that same inning, you have a pass ball, get a guy to second. You have a fly ball up in the air.
You're right.
And then
that's what Brown's.
Jared Jones. I mean, he hit that thing to the tower,
brother.
You just wait for that to come down to you. You don't even have to move. and he was in absolute hell, and that scores run because Jake Brown's moving. He got 2 outs. Let's run. But that thing was hit to the ceiling, and you're just like, oh my God, this is high. Oh, this is really high. And then it drops. It happened a couple times. You saw West Virginia. We talked about it before the series.
Right.
Where
Make
it was,
mistakes.
they make mistakes. And while they also are the other side that capitalizes on mistakes, defensively, they make mistakes. Put the ball in play. That's what LSU did all series.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, we talked about it with LSU, and as much like they were similar in the way the mindset of putting pressure LSU and West Virginia were. Like they both teams want to apply pressure to the opposing defense and pitcher to find ways to score runs. LSU just didn't make many mistakes. Now, West Virginia made you pay when you made them, but West Virginia made more, and LSU was able to capitalize on them throughout the weekend. Like when you look at the 4th inning when Curiel hit his 3-run homer to open it up in Game 1, how did the 2 guys get on base before he hits that? Hernandez hit by pitch.
No.
Which poor Luis, buddy,
Color me shocked.
was getting crushed by baseballs all weekend.
Nobody's happier that this is over.
Yes.
Like, give me a week. Don't talk to me. Don't text me. Don't call me.
The relief he felt when Coach said, "Hey, Aaron Beatty, you're up.
Beatty.
You're in for Luis." Poppy's like,
I don't have anything. Yeah.
Thank
Put my
you.
feet up.
Finally, been waiting for this moment. He catches all 4 games in
senor.
the regional,
It's
and
unbelievable.
then West Virginia decides, no, we're going to pelt Luis Hernandez in game number 1. And then he gets hit again last night.
He's catching foul tips,
And
in
he's
his
catching foul tips off
collarbone.
the
It's
collarbone.
like he can't get a break anywhere.
Poor guy.
And he's never complained.
Never complained, never flinched. But like I said, I mean, West Virginia made mistakes. Hernandez hit by pitch. Dickinson hit by pitch. Guess what? Curiel's going to hit it out, 3-run score. And then in the 5th inning, before Milam's grand slam, it's a Pearson single to a Fry walk to a Jones walk. Milam homer. And then Hernandez hit by pitch. Dickinson walked. Curiel single. Scores Hernandez. Like they made mistakes and LSU capitalized. That's what it came down to. And shout out to the Tigers for continuing to apply pressure. And last night, I mean, when you look at the game, it was going into the, after the 5th, West Virginia cuts it to a 6-4 ball game. Like, that's exactly where West Virginia wants to be.
Yeah.
Like, LSU gets their 6 runs scored early after 2 innings. Meyer comes in for West Virginia and starts dealing a little bit. LSU kind of slowed down at the dish. Obviously, they go 3, 4, 5, 6th inning scoreless. 0's up on the board. And in the 4th and 5th, West Virginia started to chip away a little bit. In the bottom of the 4th, you got a solo shot and then a strikeout, ground out. So then it's 2 out. And then Reinhardt singles. And then you have the Lumsden home run to make it 6-3. Then another ground out, and then going into the 5th, they draw a walk, advance to second on the error. Like this, the bottom of the 5th was when West Virginia finally started to have their juice, like who they are. They just cut it to a 6-3 ball game. They draw a leadoff walk, and then there's the throwing error on the pickoff attempt at first,
Ugh.
and then there's a mound visit, and then there's a fielder's choice, get the runner to third. He was safe at third because Milam decides. Fields it, throws to third instead of first.
Love the play, though.
Right, and that was my mindset was, or thought process was, in hindsight, obviously, you're going to look back and say, we'll just take the out at first. Like, I trust Milam. If he thinks he can make the play, go make it. I want him to have that sort of aggressiveness.
It's an easy, I mean, not easier, but the way that he was set up, like you go, like the rule of the infield is like if you're going that way, go that way. Like it takes you to third, go to third, and that's kind of what happened because that's a harder throw to make to first. And if you have a chance to get the lead runner in that opportunity,
Right.
take it. And it was bang, bang.
Yeah, and we said it last night. I think 8 out of 10 times he makes that play.
Right, you trust Milam to make
But
the
no,
play.
it's a 50-50, like, that's baseball. Like, give
Yeah.
yourself a shot to make a play. That's all you can do. And it was get a tag down or don't. But it was an unbelievable, like, the way he fields the position to me still is just, he makes it look so easy.
He does. And so, obviously, he's safe at third. So now you have runners on the corners for West Virginia with no outs. And then Ianson goes up 2-0, mound visit, 3-0 right after. Fights back and gets that strikeout. But then White singles, another fielder's choice. And then Kelly steals second. And then there's a line out to get out of the inning. And look, I love the decision by Jay there in the bottom of the fifth. A lot of people on Twitter and in the chat as well, I think, but definitely on Twitter, our guy Andre was one of them. Was the question was, why have you not gone and got Anthony Ianson yet in the fifth? And I commented back, I was like, buddy, he's one of the best pitchers in the country.
Who's going to give us?
Leave him in the game. Let him get out of the inning. Now, look, was it the right decision to put him back out there for the sixth? I'm for it.
You got to
because you want to let your guy see if he can go out there and get you 3 more outs, put you in a different position. He obviously couldn't. He walks the hit by pitch on the leadoff batter, but give your guy the chance. And what I loved was sticking with him in the fifth.
Yeah,
like there's no reason to walk out to that mound again and pull Anthony Ianson out that game,
especially when he is so good at minimizing damage in those situations,
yeah,
which is what he did. Those innings could have been a lot worse when he kind of started to lose his stuff a little bit. I think somebody less calm and collected,
Second and third, 6-4, 2 outs. You're at 98 pitches. Get you a Texas leaguer to shortstop.
Yep.
Like that's a situation in which if you could pick a guy to put in, it'd be Anthony Ianson.
Exactly.
And you got him on the mound like that. He's figured it out all year in those spots.
Yes.
Figured it out again.
Stick with him, and that was I was all for that mindset.
Not like there was a full-on meltdown. It was 4 runs. You know what I mean? It's
right.
That's a normal thing for a pitcher to go out and throw sometimes.
It
wasn't magical, but
control that he had all season. He was hanging the curveball a little bit. The 2-run homer was a fat baseball.
That
over
was
the plate.
Gone City.
Buddy.
like nobody moved.
Yeah,
right. I mean, that ball was fat over the hard plate.
Yeah, that was a soft toss
on a tee.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I mean, other than that, there weren't bad pitches that were thrown. It was
he just wasn't his consistent self.
This wasn't A+.
And credit to LSU's offense. We talked about it. Like this could be a 2-game series, and would we say it's gonna be pitcher's duel?
Nope.
No. LSU's offense showed up when both guys didn't have their A+ stuff, and you go out and score, 24 runs in a totality of 2 games. Like LSU's offense, 28 runs. LSU's offense showed up, and lineup changes, whatever. You played a gritty baseball team. You got down the mud with them, and you out-gritted them.
If
you're going to bare knuckle box, we'll bare knuckle box.
I mean, West Virginia puts you in the position they want you in. Like game. And
you can see how they win. You can see how they win games.
Like West Virginia had you right where they want you. Like it's a 6-4 ball game going into the 6th. You haven't scored runs. They're making you make mistakes. They're applying pressure. Like they were comfortable going in to that 6th inning, and that's why Cooper Williams got the 2 claps he did this morning, because West Virginia had all of the momentum going into the bottom of the 6th. In the top of the 6th, you have a fry ground out. Milam gets walked, and then a line out and a fly out from Brown and Jones. And so LSU just put up a 0 on the board for the 4th straight inning, and West Virginia had just scored in the last 2. They get the hit by pitch from Ianson on the first batter in a 1-2 count, which was like West Virginia felt like that fired them up as an LSU fan. It was like, shoot.
This is how it happens.
Like, this is how it happens. They just applied pressure last inning, got a run across. You feel good that you got out of it.
But here they are again.
Ianson comes out, strike, and it's like, okay, this is why Jay stuck with him. Then it's a ball. Then he hits him. And so it's like, shoot.
Go get him.
And so then you put Cooper Williams in this moment, and this was a test case, like a massive test case for, is what you saw from Cooper Williams last weekend, was it just a little shot in the dark? Was it just one time happening? You got the most you can out of him. It's not going to happen again. No sorry, Bob. Lumsden out at first. Reinhardt gets to second. Pop up, strikeout. Massive. Like, that's why Cooper Williams got the 2 claps he did this morning, because he did his job.
I'm watching a boy grow to be a man.
Literally. West Virginia had all of the momentum in the world going. Like, they thought they had LSU right where they wanted them. Like,
give me the big lefty.
And Cooper Williams comes out there, gets 3 straight outs, with the last one being a nice strikeout on Guzman. Gets him up out of there. Shout out to Cooper Williams doing the job again, because what he did was shut West Virginia down, kill their momentum, turn the game over, and guess what? This is how the 7th started, and you could feel it. The 2nd started. What happens? Dickinson reaches on a fielding error.
Hold on.
And then Reeves gets walked.
Look at this moment.
Hit me with it.
Hey, Coop.
Hit me with it.
Give me that. He went. Yeah!
Where boys become men.
The place was nervous.
I mean, the entire place on edge.
2 pops.
Cooper Williams steps up, makes it happen, man. Like that is a moment that should be remembered. Because West Virginia is being who they are, they thought they had LSU, man. Like I guarantee you, they're in that dugout like, buddy, we got them. Like this is exactly where we want them. They still had 2 of their best arms ready to go. They had Bassinger lined up in the pen, ready to throw. Like they are feeling confident. Cooper Williams, the freshman, goes out there and delivers. Gets Alec Box back in it. Dickinson reaches on a fielding error. Reeves, 4-pitch walk. Hernandez hit by pitch. That's the crumble right there. That is Alec Box Stadium at its best.
And another fielding error to start off the 7th.
Like,
Little pop-up.
that's what I'm saying.
Big pop-up.
Dickinson reaches on that fielding error, and then you have a 4-pitch walk from drawn by Reeves, and then Hernandez gets hit by a pitch. Like, that is
And pimped
Alec
it.
Box. Yeah, no, he was.
Fine, good. Do it
I'll
again.
do it again. I don't care. Like, that's Alec Box, man. Like, Cooper Williams got them all on their feet, got Alec Box juiced up, and they had that place rocking.
Standing.
Meyer gets pulled. You put Bassinger in there, your go-to guy. Like, this is the guy they threw all 3 games in the regional. Their go-to arm out of the pen. Stanfield, 2 RBI single through the right side. How about that? Beat the shift, baby.
We go Oppo.
The guy that's hit it down the third baseline every single AB this season decides, you know what? I'm going to rip it.
Shoot one the other way.
Shoot one the other way and beat the shift. And he does that. And then obviously Hernandez gets gets picked off at third. Got a little greedy. That's okay. I mean, it sucks. And then Curiel reaches on a fielder's choice. Curiel then steals second and advances to third on a throwing error as it gets airmailed. And then Fry churns it out and reaches on a throwing error, scores Curiel. Milam doubles to right field. Fry scores easily. That was as easy as it gets for a 6'5", 230 guy to score from first as he just trots into home plate.
But that's 2 errors on West Virginia in an inning that they could have been out of.
Yes. And then to cap it off, Brown sends one out, finds the jet stream in dead center.
Yeah.
A 2 RBI homer.
Much disgust.
Well, it's funny. We got the text from our guy Jacob from Golf Suites. He was at the game last night. He was like, wind howling out to center field, should be an offensive explosion. LSU just couldn't find the jet stream. They kept hitting balls hard. Reeves should have like 5 home runs by now. As he keeps
he's
piecing
playing
balls
into the
up.
wind somehow.
It's unbelievable. Brown finally finds it and sends one out. And LSU, I mean, that's where you win the baseball game right there.
No, I know we're putting together some pretty serious analysis here.
Yeah.
And it's all good stuff and it's all very accurate. But there's one factor that we're not discussing. When hands were held, when Cooper came into the game, is when paws got put together.
It was
Mama Bear and Papa
every
Bear.
single thing broke the right way.
It was
It was
Justin was in shock.
he was in hell because it was working and working, and he was like,
can't
"Oh
be
no,
real."
is this my life now?"
Those of you who have not tuned
Have to
in
fly him to Omaha just to hold hands.
to watch parties,
And we chose me because you and I, Lloyd, share blood.
yes, when LSU went on their run against Little Rock to win that game, Lloyd and Justin obviously held hands, and it was the hand holding heard around the world.
It is, yeah.
As there was a Tigers
broke
drop,
LSU
Tiger
baseball
droppings
internet.
thread made about
Was
it.
there?
There was.
Oh, Justin.
I saw it. I clicked on it. They were like, what's going on at this watch party? And they were like, looks like Aggie fans.
Oh, looks like it smells like a W.
Like, buddy, you obviously
Yeah.
don't understand what you're watching.
Yeah.
And so last night it starts to get a little hectic for LSU. After the Einstein hit by pitch, Justin was like, you know what? I'll do it. Like Paul in the
offered
chat, everyone in the
himself
chat is like, Justin, hold hands.
We put it to a vote.
We put a poll up.
It was a 90%. It was a
90%
landslide.
says Justin needs to hold
a mandate.
hands. Justin was like, okay, it happens.
I'll put my poll up.
Cooper Williams comes in the game, gets 3 straight outs, and then it turns into what happens in the
I mean,
7th
literally,
inning.
it was after Einstein hit the batter.
Yes, they held
0-2
hands.
That
count.
we put our paws together.
Interlocked.
And they start making throwing errors.
It was
They start
unbelievable.
missing pop flies. We start hitting the ball. It was, I mean,
You
his
can't
worst
fight-
nightmare.
You can't fight
No.
fate.
You can't fight what works.
And Justin wants to deny it as much as, but like he truly does. He hates it. Like,
He hates
does
it.
not want this to be a thing.
He kept asking me, he's like, you don't want to do this, do you? You want to stop, huh?
Like
I was
he ended up
oh, brother.
he ended up stopping.
I
can't
want
make me
both
stop.
hands.
He ended up stopping in the game because he was like, "Oh, LSU's winning by enough now.
Yeah,
don't
once
have
we
to
went up
do
by
this
like
anymore."
8, he was like, no reason to.
But it was
keep
awesome. I
going.
mean, the chat was all in. Like, Justin, buddy, hold his.
his
But
hand.
it was undeniable.
No, it really was.
It really
Like,
was.
You can call it a fluke last weekend all you want. Last night was undeniable. Justin hand holding is as powerful as it gets.
And we're tangentially tied together because I was holding hands in the stadium with one of my brother's graduating catcher,
Rally
state
hands.
champion. I
Rally
was like, "Hold my
hands.
goddamn hand."
Paw
He's
Patrol.
like, "What?" I was like, "Just do it."
I
He's like, "I'm in."
Rally hands. Like that. I don't understand what's weird about it.
I don't
So
know.
we were holding hands across the world.
It's like, we all want to win, don't we?
Seville Jr., one band, one win, Paul to Paul action, baby.
One band,
But
one
Fonz is
sound.
right.
Two sweaty
Fonz is
fucking
right. As
balls.
soon as Justin
Oh, I
realized
bet.
it worked,
He's strong, isn't he?
his face showed up how much it, like he hated it.
He
Doesn't matter.
He hated it, and it doesn't matter because LSU, it works.
And
It
Hey,
works.
I don't like conditioning.
slowly watching him realize his fate was
Happening all
a
in front of
really
me.
lovely moment.
Yeah. No, I mean,
He's going,
Some
oh
ice.
it was heartbreak,
no,
man.
this is a thing now.
he
This
was
works.
he was extremely hurt.
Oh my god, we could get a game day special that's like what is it, the
I mean, if it
Washington
keep-
State?
if it
You
keeps
fly
happening-
him up there.
If it keeps happening, like if LSU drops game 1 because Justin's not holding hands,
We're holding hands.
that man will be holding hands with everyone from here on out.
Dad, is that you?
And that's why I let him know. He was like, "This is just a baseball thing." I said, "Buddy,
We don't
I
know
said,
that.
Justin, we cannot make that
can't
decision
be
right now, my
sure.
friend. When we get to August 30th, if Clemson goes up 14-0 in that football game, you best believe that hand is getting held."
He just realized like this is who I am.
Yeah.
He's trying to stop it before it really takes off. I'm like, "Buddy, that plane is gone.
Paw Patrol, my
It's
man.
3,000 feet in the air, my friend."
He's Sophie Rain, but for hand holding. Like I guess this is my life. People will pay for this.
Yes, Justin. It's about to get sponsored.
My dad's
friend.
not. My dad's not proud, but LSU
Doesn't
won.
matter. LSU's winning, buddy. You
Fatherless
are-
behavior.
I was like, Justin, do you realize what you're doing right now? The power that you hold.
Yeah, in their
You're
hands.
winning LSU this baseball game. You just sent LSU to Omaha by holding Jonathan's hand.
Dude, you won both games.
It was awesome. It was awesome. What a night. What a win last night for LSU as they pull it off 16-9 on Saturday, 12-5 on Sunday. 28 runs scored by the Tigers.
Isn't it real nice not to have to play today?
It is nice.
It's just real
That
nice day
the
off.
angst of a 1-1 against that baseball team, like put them away and you put them away.
It's
Like
just,
Yes. I mean,
Yep.
like that. That's exactly if you're LSU how you want it to go.
and it didn't,
Like, don't
wasn't
give
the way
them
we
hope.
thought.
Don't let them get to a game
because you
3.
could see like it's unbelievable like gumption by LSU because you could see everything that West Virginia did to get there. Where it's
They,
respond.
LSU understood the assignment. Mm-hmm. You know,
Yeah, definitely.
They knew what kind of team they were playing and
punch back.
refocused
Yes.
every time that things got a little bumpy. It was excellent.
Yeah, I mean, like as much as the scoreboard might not say it because it's 16-9 and it's 12-5, it's 2 7-run wins.
They were closer games than that.
Oh my god, you
They
couldn't
were
breathe in
dog
that. Like
fights.
yeah, like there was no quit in any of this.
No, at all. I mean, you had a legitimate pitcher's duel happening at the start of the first game, where it's just a 1-0 ball game through 3.
You get no hit.
As LSU's getting no hit till the 4th inning, Curiel opens it up. Then you have some grand slams after that where the pressure was applied. But, I mean, shout out to LSU getting Kartsonis out of the game early last night. Rolled with the punches against Meyer. It was a good outing for Meyer, their first guy out of the pen, as he did his job. LSU got him up out of there, too. Like, it was a solid offensive performance by LSU throughout the night. Is Mikey good for 8?
Oh yeah, I gotta text him.
Let's double check. But yeah, no, I mean it was a huge weekend for LSU. Should be a lot of confidence by the Tigers as they put away a team that is like as resilient as it gets. Like we talked about it all week last week about who West Virginia is, the way they play, that they're going to keep applying pressure. They're not going to give up. You saw it firsthand in both games. Like they are a team that is not just going to roll over and let you win. And they didn't. And shout out to LSU for making sure. I mean, because what was it? It was a 10-1 ball game. Yeah, 10-1 after the fifth, and West Virginia scratches 4 across to make it 10-5, and LSU like even a 10-5 game against West Virginia, you feel like this is not enough. Like this is not where it's not where it needs to be. Before LSU opened it up again in the 6th to create some distance. And then obviously last night we talked about it was a 6-4 game going into the 7th inning, and West Virginia felt like they had all the momentum. They do not give up. You saw it firsthand. Like West Virginia is going to battle and battle and battle.
It was the exact situation that they were in against Kentucky,
right?
To win their region.
Yeah, I mean it
was the exact same
situation that they were in all weekend last weekend, where they battled back and they won those 3 games to win their regional. So shout out to LSU for rolling with the punches.
It's a hell of a job, boys.
Making it happen. And the Tigers on DraftKings have the second best odds to win the national championship. Arkansas plus 200, LSU plus 250.
When did that shift? Because it was.
I know.
It's the other way around.
I just pulled it up right now.
Yesterday.
To check it. Coastal Carolina, 3rd highest odds. Oregon State, 4th. Great job by us.
Yeah.
Look at us breaking down. We're Vegas.
Or you could have had LSU at plus 1,000 on
I got them plus 800. So
in January.
Yeah, in February. Right before game 1, I was like, you know what, I'm in. Let's do it.
You got them twice.
Lloyd. I went to one practice. Sold. Got it. Anthony Ice is pretty good.
So, shout out to the Tigers. Got the job done. But yeah, I like that's as much as the scoreboard says LSU wins by 7 runs both games. That is a tough baseball team to put away, and LSU did it. And you can't talk enough about the page turn in the bottom of the 6th, the top of the 7th for LSU. Like that's the moment to me from last night that should live in infamy. Like Cooper Williams into the game, 3 straight outs, kill their momentum, turn it over. Alec Box, classic signature performance to get West Virginia rattled on that fielding error by the second baseman. 4-pitch walk, hit by pitch. Stanny rips one, beats the shift, gets the run across. Shout out to LSU. Got the job done. Tigers are headed to Omaha. All is right in the world.
Say that again?
Tigers are headed to Omaha, baby. LSU's headed to Omaha. Like, it's real. Like, we've talked about it all year. We've said Omaha the last 2 weeks. We'd be like, well, if you get to Omaha, when LSU gets to Omaha, they're not there yet. When LSU gets to Omaha, they're not there yet.
That's what I'm saying. There's a big Excel moment for your boy.
Made it happen.
The reality, man, how hard it is. How many things can go wrong.
I mean, think about it. Look at the top national seeds.
Yeah.
Like, what were all the national seeds?
Man.
Can we pull that up? Like, pull up the national seeds. Because, like, Vandy, number 1 overall seed, gone. Regional. Texas doesn't make it out of their regional. Like, it is not easy to get to this point. Like, as much as you can have the expectations preseason, even the expectations before the offseason gets started, it's not easy to get through a regional and a super regional and to make it happen. Whether you have home field advantage, whatever advantage you have, it is not easy.
Right.
And LSU did it.
Little Rock in your regional, you're saying, hey.
Oh, she got the easiest draw. It's like, I don't think anybody in the country wanted to see Arkansas Little Rock.
No, not at that point.
I mean, the first game you saw, and it was a testament to how good your pitching is. Wherever you were able to put them away 8-0, like, ho-hum, okay, you got Arkansas Little Rock. Great draw. Battle their way back, you're like, oh, no. Like, I don't want to see this team again. You end up seeing them again.
Yeah, everybody's scouting DBU for Game 3.
Uh-huh.
Try Arkansas Little Rock scoring 22 runs.
It's unbelievable. And you kept looking around, like you kept looking at the bracket, like, oh, Little Rock again, like Little Rock again.
There you go.
And then you could be Vanderbilt.
Right.
Number 1 overall seed.
Texas. Number 1 team all year. Number 2 overall seed.
Clemson
can't be UTSA.
Doesn't make it to the final of their regional.
Tennessee losing to Arkansas. I mean, North Carolina, like people were talking about North Carolina after the first game against Arizona where they score 18 runs. Be like, that's the best team in the country. They're a blue blood. whatever.
That guy needs to.
I mean, unbelievable. But North Carolina is getting talked about as the best team in the country. They're a team of destiny. It's their year. Arizona beats them in back-to-back games to punch their ticket.
Baseball.
LSU does it. Baseball will get you. LSU makes it happen with 2 great wins over West Virginia. 16-9, 12-5. Read off our national seeds 1 through 16.
I'm just gonna go down the hatch here.
I mean, Vanderbilt doesn't make it out of their regional. Southern Miss doesn't make it out of their regional. Florida State loses in the Super. Oregon State punches their ticket. North Carolina loses in the Super. Oregon doesn't make it out of their regional. Like it's not easy. Coastal Carolina punches their ticket. Auburn loses in the Super. Like people were talking about Auburn as a national championship team. Tennessee loses in the Super. Arkansas punches their ticket. Clemson can't make it out of their own regional. Doesn't even play in their championship in the regional final. LSU punches their ticket. It's not easy to do. Georgia doesn't make it out of their regional. Ole Miss doesn't make it out of their regional. UCLA punches their ticket. Texas doesn't make it out of their regional. It's not an easy task. LSU pulls it off. The Tigers are headed to Omaha. Feeling good. It's a good day.
It's a good day.
It's a good day as LSU is headed back to their home away from home. And look at that man. Every single morning we are brought to you by CAS Roofing and Advising. You can see the logo right here. We've also got the board up in the corner with the phone number on it. Do not forget about our guy Pierce Patterson from CAS Roofing and Advising. It's turning into that time as you're gonna want your roof inspected. This is the reason why you get an inspection, right, guys? You don't just want to go get a roof and call your roofer when you've got a leak. You want to beat them to the punch. Beat the weather to the punch.
Ambush.
Make sure you get your problem solved. You get a new roof prior to the problems. Because if you start having a leak, that's a bigger issue than just whatever you've got going on. You want to make sure you get that taken care of. They get free estimates, free inspections. Call Pierce Patterson at CAS Roofing and Advising. You see the number, 225-910-0619, 225-910-0619. Get your roof inspected today. Get you a new roof from CAS Roofing and Advising, based out of Central Louisiana. We will be back with hour number 2 right after this.
Is that 5 stars I see?
I believe that's 5 stars rated by Google. They got Atlas roof, fortified. You can get you a fortified roof. You know what that is, Lloyd?
No, but it sounds nice.
Sounds great, doesn't it?
Makes me feel safe. I don't know what it is, but I feel very safe.
It's to go up against those tough storms here in Louisiana.
I want that.
You want a fortified roof?
I want a fortified roof.
There you go. If you want one, call 225-910-0619, and we will be right back with more of Tingle & Co. here in the second week of the show.
Roof. Yeah, Mikey 815.
Mikey 815. We'll be right back, and we'll have Mikie Mahtook join us in about 10 minutes.
you were talking about hugging the players, in the portal, whatever. When I think of you, I think of intentionality. And tonight you were hugging all the parents, and you made an effort to really spend time with everybody that made this possible. I guess, could you speak to the payoff, like when you see those people and the trust they put into you to get their kids where they are and have it come to fruition?
Yeah, thanks for that question. And this is an awesome group. They're putting trust in you with the most important thing in their life. And it's more than just baseball. It's more than Bear hitting homers. It's getting through the struggle. Like that's a lot goes into that. You guys see if he goes 3 for 4 or if he punches out a couple times. I see what he's willing to do to put together that night out there like that from a mental toughness standpoint, and then a baseball like physical adjustment. When I'm talking to this dude on the phone the first time I talked to him, and it's like, yes sir, and coach, and I will compete for you. If I end up coming to LSU, you will have the best competitor on the mound in college baseball. And I think we can all agree that my man has delivered. So I think it's just very grateful. And this is a cool team. Like it's and they're a direct reflection of their parents. And the Pearsons, like, they're unbelievable. Like, these are the 2 solidest guys you could have. It's Bill and Anna. That's where it comes from. And I feel that way about a lot of them. And just how it all kind of came together is pretty awesome. And it's a lot of work, man. It's a great place. We have a lot to offer. They don't just show up here anymore because everybody's invested in baseball because of Coach Bertman showed everybody what could be possible. So he made this a lot harder on me.
How about 101 to end the inning?
My goodness.
Reach back, kid, and give me a little bit of extra, will you? How about 101 to end the inning?
My goodness.
Reach back, kid, and give me a little bit of extra, will you? How about 101 to end the inning?
My goodness.
Reach back, kid, and give me a little bit of extra, will you? How about 101 to end the inning?
My goodness.
Reach back, kid, and give me a little bit of extra, will you? How about 101 to end the inning?
My goodness.
Reach back, kid, and give me a little bit of extra, will you? How about 101 to end the inning?
My goodness.
Reach back, kid, and give me a little bit of extra, will you? How about 101 to end the inning?
My goodness.
Reach back, kid, and give me a little bit of extra, will you? How about 101 to end the inning?
My goodness.
Reach back, kid, and give me a little bit of extra, will you? How about 101 to end the inning?
My goodness.
Reach back, kid, and give me a little bit of extra, will you?
All right, we are back here. Hour number 2 officially underway. Yeah, that video is on loop. Of course it was on repeat, Saber, and that is as good as it gets. Like, I looked at Lloyd, I was like, can you find that strikeout from the bottom of the 8th
I think I
and
got my
replay it
swagger
for
back.
me? Because that was Like, that was crack. Like, I could watch
How
it.
about
Like,
101 to end the inning?
My goodness.
I couldn't stop thinking about this
Kid,
after it
give me a
happened.
little.
I mean, you got Ben McDonald going, reach back, kid. How about 101?
Dude. Like, that was awesome. Like, legitimately awesome. To see Chase Shores get put in that position and just shove it right at him was electric. But welcome back here. Hour number 2 officially rolling this morning. We will have Mikie Mahtook join us in a little under 5 minutes to talk about the weekend. LSU headed back to Omaha after 2 impressive offensive performances. Monster Milam, like I just wanted to just a whole array kind of where LSU's at right now. Monster Milam has completely turned the corner and is postseason monster, where he's one of your most dangerous hitters in the box right now. Like, bases loaded, double, clear him, get this party started last night. Constantly steps up. Bases loaded, grand slam the night before. Derek Curiel made some great defensive plays, swinging the bat well, such good at-bats every time he's up. Jared Jones looked great last night. As he was 3 for 3 at one point. I don't remember what his final line was. Let's see, Jared Jones, what? 3 for 4.
3 for 4, hit by pitch robber. Yeah, Jake Brown 2 for 4, Stephen Milam 2 for 4.
Excellent. Like, yeah, I mean, they're turning a corner at the right time, and you've got the pitching, obviously. I mean, to have the night you had from Einson and the night before Anderson, to be in that position where they don't have their best stuff, and you still go out there and you win by 7 runs because of your offensive performance, like that should be confidence-inducing going into Omaha this weekend. And we'll have Mikie Mahtook join us in just a couple minutes to break it all down as LSU is headed to their home away from home. Like I said, some of the quotes from the players and coaches last night were awesome, where you could just really see the emotion. I saw Jake Brown with one clip where he was like, he told the LSU fans, get ready to pack up, go to Omaha. I don't remember what that Jello shot record was, 68,000 or something. He's like, let's beat it.
Yeah, that's what he wants to do.
Pretty simple. As the Tigers are headed to Omaha.
And you talked about Stephen Milam and his importance, and then Jay Johnson was actually in the postgame, talked about how important having his bat back in the lineup is.
Yeah.
And here he is.
Let's hear it.
The blueprint that he needs to be the best player he can be. It's changed our team. Like him playing to his full potential, playing to the blueprint that he needs to be the best player he can be, is the reason why we've taken off offensive, or maybe I wouldn't even say taken off, gotten back to maybe where we were, 34 games into this thing, largely because of his contribution. So they definitely do feed off it, but I also think it's really tangible with his plate zone discipline. He's on base and he's driving people in. It's changed our team.
The excellent coverage. Getting some quotes out. Just a couple of them. Luis Hernandez, coming out of Puerto Rico, this means a lot. Zach Cowan, this is why I came here. Growing up, I didn't really think I would ever be on a team like this. Who else we have? Cooper Williams, that was awesome. Fair enough. I agree. Jake Brown, Coach Johnson told me that if I came here, this is something that we were going to make happen. And he does it. He gets to experience Omaha. The Tigers are headed to Omaha. Sabrion, I wish Pearson could have went out with a bang with his AB last night, of course. It was, but it was good to see the Tigers punch their ticket last night with a big win over West Virginia. As you saw what we talked about earlier, just a massive moment in this from the 6th to the 7th inning, and then the Tigers shut them out from then on. Chase Shores was an electricity, as you saw. Cooper Williams, big-time performance. Anthony Einson, Kate Anderson, they didn't have their stuff, but they did enough. Like, they were not their normal selves, but they did enough, and they got the win. as the Tigers did it, man. It's easy to be excited about. The energy was good. Like I said, shout out to Golf Suites for having us there this past weekend and the weekend before for regionals and super regionals. It was a great time. You saw it on Saturday. We had some warm bodies in there. Last night was a little barren. Weather delay got everybody, and we were in Golf Suites by ourselves last night, but we still had a good time. Shout out to the crew: Justin, Christian, Sam, Jonathan, Trevor showed up, Lloyd, myself. And all of you guys for tuning in. We appreciate y'all as we are rolling through to our second week here on Tingle & Co. We have Mikie Mahtook joining us in just a couple of minutes to talk LSU baseball. A man that's been to Omaha himself, who's done the job, got it done. Did you somebody called Golf Suites last night asking for Lloyd during the rain delay. And so the lady at Golf Suites was like, "Is one of y'all's name Lloyd?"
Oh, God.
It's like, "No, he's not here. But I'll take the phone."
What they
not
say?
knowing what I'm getting at, like I don't know what I'm about to hear.
And
They're like, "Hello," and they're like, "Lloyd."
uh-huh.
Like, this is Noah. Lloyd's not here. He's like, "Oh, Noah, what's
Even
up?"
better.
And I was like, "Nothing much." He's like, "Where's Lloyd?" I was like, "Lloyd's at the game." He's like, "Oh, do you know where he's sitting?" I was like, "No, I don't. I do not
In
know
your
where
lap,
he's sitting."
fella.
And he was like, "I think I can find him." He was like, "I was just sitting here in the rain delay, and I knew y'all were at Golf Suite, so I figured I'd just type the number in and call y'all."
That's awesome.
And I was like, "This is unbelievable."
What-
Like the poor girl, Golf Suites answered the phone. "This is Golf Suites in Baton Rouge. How can I help you?"
Lloyd.
Is Lloyd there? It was awesome. If I don't remember your name,
Sir, say my name.
but text in the chat if
I
you
wanna
see
shake
this or
your hand.
comment.
Oh, my
It was awesome. It was unbelievable. I was like, this. It's great for us because it's like, oh, people are calling into Golf Suites to talk to us.
Yeah.
It was really funny, and so I was like, I'm sure you can sniff Lloyd out. You can find him. I don't know if he ever found you,
Oh, well.
but it was pretty
Do you
funny.
know
But-
where he's sitting?
yeah, you know what seats he's in.
I'm going to go and say, hey, love
But,
to. Come
all
on.
of
Anytime
the,
you see me, come shake my hand. I'll shake your hand.
All of the video.
I'll hold your hand.
Coming out. Yeah, everyone will get their hands held. All the video coming out from last night is awesome.
And here's Jay Johnson yesterday talking about how much having pride when it matters the most and how much baseball can happen to you in an instant.
A lot of pride in is trying to have our team play its best when it matters the most. And I think one of the beauties about playing and coaching here is every game really matters. And we use the regular season and call it a 56-game playoff for two reasons. I mean, it's not a given that you're going to be in the NCAA tournament. You have to earn your way there, so you have to respect the game every night. But then when you get here, if you treat every game like that, nothing changes. And I take a lot of pride in we play our best when it matters the most. And, that's been over the course of a few different schools. And it really shined tonight. I didn't need to motivate them tonight. We needed to take a lesson we learned from last weekend, apply it to today, and then we needed to execute our plan. And so we laid out a simple plan, and they executed great. And then it manifests itself into free bases, extra base hits, hitting with runners in scoring position, and putting up 12 runs. And I mean, there was so many key at-bats in that deal tonight. It would be a game that you would want to put on a tape and show future teams, like, this is how we play offensive baseball at LSU.
There he is. That's the guy. I mean, what'd you tweet out last night, Lloyd?
Lifetime contract.
Lifetime contract. Come on. There he is, Jay Johnson. And now we've got another LSU legend.
Lifetime contract.
And Mikie Mahtook joining the show here to talk about the Tigers as they punch their ticket to Omaha. Michael, thank you for joining us. Good morning.
What's up, guys?
There we go.
How you doing?
There he is. There he is. How we doing? How are you feeling? You are you as relieved as Jay Johnson is this morning?
Relieved, yeah. I mean, they played great. I was there. I was excited. I'm tired.
Don't you do this weather delay thing. Don't you do it.
What?
Don't you worry about the weather.
Listen to me. We're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that, but
Mikey.
That's a lot.
As much as I heard you gripe yesterday, you better ask him. Put your nuts on the table.
Well, no, listen. There's no reason to ask. I know what the conversation is going to be. I know what the conversation is. And
I understand it. I don't like it.
But it doesn't mean I have to like it. I mean, that's the issue. But I'm feeling good. I know the boys are feeling good. I mean, that was a total performance, complete total performance for the whole weekend. And they did it when they're, offensively, they've had a lot of conversations. We've had a lot of conversations about what's going to happen. Are they going to get going again? And offense carried them throughout the course of this weekend. Obviously, pitching staff did enough, but both aces weren't on the top of their game, and it didn't really matter. Obviously, Ianson grinded through 5 innings yesterday and gave up 4 and grinded through those 4. But then Cooper Williams has been lights out in the postseason, steadied the ship, and then kept us in a 2-run game until they obviously exploded for the 6th run. So feeling great. LSU's where they should be in Omaha, and looking forward to next weekend which of course I feel like the top 2 teams are playing each other in the first game of the World Series.
Yeah, no, definitely. We'll start with game number 1. Talk about the lineup. Obviously there was a lot of conversation about the lineup when it came out, all the shakeup. Pearson leading off, Curiel down to 7th. Talk about that lineup and just how it paid off for Jay Johnson.
Yeah, obviously he made the lineup changes based off the pitcher that they're facing. It's the first time we've seen him do that with Curiel, move him down the lineup, and it obviously worked. I think Curiel and Pearson hit homers. Pearson hit the grand slam. Milam hit the grand slam. Jared Jones has swung the bat a little bit better in the series, and so. I think he was just trying to. We've talked about that a lot throughout the course of the year. Jay likes to go shake the lineup up, but it's not necessarily dependent upon these guys playing well or not playing well. I think he kind of shakes the lineup up based off of what gives that lineup the most versatility. And I think he thought that did it at that time, and obviously it worked out. And then last night's game. They shook it up a little bit, but not quite as much. And, they performed at a high level both games.
And sticking with game 1, the weather. Talk about the heat. As somebody, obviously, we are from Louisiana. We were born and raised in this heat. But as somebody like the West Virginia pitchers on the mound, the players, talk about how difficult it is to play in weather like that you're not used to, or even weather that you are used to when it's that hot.
Yeah, I mean, even if you're used to it, that's a grind. You're sweating, can't stop sweating. Everything's hot, everything's muggy. It's hard to grip the bat, hard to grip the ball, and it's miserable, to be honest with you. And so, it's a grind, and especially if you're not used to playing in that. But both teams play in the same conditions, and you got to go out there and you got to play mistake-free baseball. And look, LSU swung it all weekend. They threw when they needed to, but if you look at it, really, boil it down to what was the biggest difference. And I think it was, the errors and the defense. And when it's hot like that, it's easy to kind of lose focus, and it's kind of easy to not be as sharp defensively. And I'm not saying that was the reason why West Virginia booted some balls, but all those things matter. And LSU handled the conditions really well.
And then obviously in game 1, you saw some home runs, grand slams, but then last night for LSU, the way they were able to get those runs across, it's a base clearing double from Milam. You get a 2 RBI single from Stanfield later in the game as he beats the shift. They did it in a well-rounded performance last night at the Dish. Talk about the offense that you saw this weekend.
Game 1 was kind of, look, you score runs different ways. You're not ever going to complain about scoring 16 runs in a game. But Saturday's game was very different in a sense of, you had you scored 11 runs on 3 swings of the bat. You had, 3-run homer and 2 grand slams. You were able to scratch some more runs across, but you scored runs that game in a way that you really haven't scored all year. And then you follow that up with a game where you only hit 1 homer, and you're driving guys in, you're getting base hits with runners in scoring position, coming up clutch in those moments. And so, I think the offense feels like they're starting to click on all cylinders. After that second game against Little Rock, it feels like, everybody's swinging the bat pretty well. They're all putting together really good at-bats. And look, whenever Curiel is swinging the bat the way he's swinging it, And whenever Milam's swinging the bat the way he's swinging it, the lineup looks a lot different. It produces a lot more. Obviously, Curio getting on base consistently helps. And then you have Milam, who's now moved back up in the lineup. And I mean, he's had an unbelievable postseason, but an even better super region. I think he had 8 RBIs in 2 games. So, and he probably should have had 2 or 3 more hits based off some of the balls that he hit. So it's offense feels like they're clicking right now, and it's one of those things where you've been kind of anticipating them starting to get hot again because they've been kind of, I don't call it a rut, but hadn't been as good as it can be for the last month or month and a half, and finding ways to win, and now they're swinging it. So it's a good sign going in Omaha.
If you were on the other side of the bracket or another team in this that's not LSU, and you see what they just did against whether it be Arkansas, Little Rock, the way they've pitched it, and then you see the offense, is there a team that you would be like, if there's one you got to circle that we'll probably face, be like, if they put it together that way, they're the best team in the country?
Oh, look, I mean, in the World Series, anything could really happen. Obviously, you got to play Arkansas first game, and I think Arkansas, the way they played against Tennessee and the way they've been playing right now with Dave Van Horn, like they're going to be a tough out in Omaha. If you look at the opposite end of the bracket, obviously Coastal is extremely hot. I mean, they went into Auburn and they put it on Auburn. They swing it, but they pitch it really well. And you have a bunch of teams that do different things well. Right now, when you go to Omaha, obviously that stadium is kind of an equalizer. So, it's not a stadium where you're going to drive a bunch of balls out of the ballpark. You're going to have to be able to score in a bunch of different ways. That's why I like LSU's offense in that stadium. I think there are more hits to be had in the outfield because it's such a big outfield, such a spacious outfield. And I think LSU, not relying on the homer and relying on complete offense, I think that's a huge thing for them. So, I haven't really dug into all the other teams that I haven't paid too much attention to against throughout the course of the year. But, anytime you get to Omaha, you're going to have to be on your P's and Q's because it's, that stadium can make or break a team.
A key moment in the game last night, when you look at it, is the bottom of the 6th. Obviously, West Virginia had gotten 4 runs across the prior 2 innings. LSU hadn't scored since the 2nd. And there's a leadoff hit by pitch from Ianson. Cooper Williams comes into the game, records 3 straight outs, with the last one being a strikeout. And then in the top of the 7th, LSU opens it up after a fielding error, a walk, a hit by pitch, and then Stanfield rips that single that scores 2. Talk about the way Alec Box erupted and got into it in that moment where Cooper Williams gets that final strikeout, gets everyone back on their feet, and had that place rocking before West Virginia started to make some mistakes that LSU capitalized on.
I'll tell you what, that's obviously was a big moment, but let me tell you part of the moment that not many people got to see. Happened right in front of me. West Virginia fan in the section next to us decided to make his way down and go all the way down to the corner right in front of our section of 214 where he could try to yell at the West Virginia dugout. I guess he was trying to get them riled up. But instead of getting them riled up, he was right in front of all the LSU fans talking a little shit to all the LSU fans. He was overserved. He was drinking. And
moonshine.
He was in the Lions Den. And
man in the arena.
He started running his mouth. People in the front row running his mouth. He started getting a little disrespectful to the woman that was in the front row. Then it got a little heated. And he started walking up the stairs, shushing the crowd. Well, he had to get escorted out. Right? So they kicked him out of the game. And crowd started going a little nuts, get a little more energy around us. And that's when the 6th-run inning happened. So, not only did Cooper Williams come in there and, shut it down and kind of steady the ship, West Virginia fan came out there and really rallied the crowd to get them a little bit more energetic, and the next inning they scored 6 runs. So, not saying that was the reason, but I know our section got a little bit more energetic after that happened, and but Cooper Williams went out, and he has been as good as you can be in the last 2 outings he's had, and Little Rock steadied the ship there, came in a big moment in this game. Steadied the ship, kept it to a 2-run game, and allowed the offense to kind of get back going and score more runs and tackle on some insurance. So kudos to that guy, man. He's a freshman. I don't think he's got enough credit this year because he's been really good all year.
Yeah, his quote was in the post game, "That was awesome." But
Yeah.
take that.
Hey, he's got a ton of energy on the mound, man. I love that.
Yeah, and you talked about your section. How worn out was Mr. Ball for? Because he had a lot of them.
He wasn't there.
Whoa.
Whoa.
The dad wasn't there, but the son of the dad brought his friend. Obviously, they're a little older than me, but he brought his friend. His friend picked up the slack with the ball for. So, it's a team effort. It's a team effort.
I brought Jerry over there whenever you gave us your tickets, and he goes, his face lit up. He goes, "That's him. I've heard him my whole life. I heard him for 4 years, and I could never find him." And he goes, "Oh my God!" He's like, "You're ball 4."
There he is. There he is. He's a legend.
He's a legend. He'll probably be in Omaha. He's probably already there.
Probably. That's probably why I won the game.
That's exactly right.
Some questions in the chat. The throw,
Yes, Mikey.
the play Milam made throwing it to third, obviously was talked about a lot last night. And there's still some questions in the chat about it this morning. What was your thought on that play where Milam fields it, tries to get the lead runner at third, and he ends up sliding in safe?
I thought it was the right play. I know it's a bit of a gamble at that time with a lead. Some people say get the sure out, but the ball took him to third base. The guy was there, and it was the right play. The guy, he had him out. The guy made a good slide. He was athletic. Maybe if Reeves kind of gives a little bit more of an aggressive tag, gets him. It was bang bang. I don't have a problem with that play at all. They teach you if the ball takes you there and you have a chance to get him, you get the lead runner. And, he had an opportunity and it just didn't work out. And luckily it didn't come back to bite us in the ass too bad. But I don't mind that play. And the other play he made earlier in the game, super savvy, the little chopper over the mound, bare hand, has no play at first. The only play he has is the arm fake. And he does it in like one motion where he arm fakes and then throws behind him and almost gets the guy at second base. I didn't love the challenge on that because he was safe. I think that was obvious from the crowd, but that play shows his baseball savviness right there. So it was the right move.
I think people just wanted to watch the replay again because that was an unbelievable play to have that, like the wherewithal, know where you are, and Dickinson to be able to be over there too. Like them up the middle is something to like. You saw the. Okay, let me ask you this. Game 1, you see the glove flip to Milam, no challenge by West Virginia. Does this series go differently if they challenge right there in that spot? Because I think that was a tipping point of Game 1, but also if you give them life and they're able to capitalize on that, I feel like that was a big thing that nobody's talking about because it just was. I mean, we were all watching it at golf suites. We're like, are they going to challenge? I was like, throw a pitch as fast as you can because he was safe.
Yeah, look. I don't know. He was safe, and I don't know if that would have changed the complexion of the game because, it was still a little bit of a deficit. But, they would have continued their momentum. Didn't love the glove flip there at that time. But, that's what they do. They have a little swag up the middle. Mm-hmm. I think that was more of a, hey, let's get this guy out type of thing instead of we have an easy way. We have enough time or a lot of time. Luckily, they didn't challenge it. It didn't come back to bite LSU, but I don't know if it would have changed the complexion of the game, but it definitely would have. Gotten a little bit everybody a little bit more nervous.
And speaking of Dickinson, how about him giving you the old school 2009 Chipotle shout out? That was y'all spot, huh? Has to feel like if you could add NIL. Weren't you a big Chipotle guy?
Chipotle. Yeah, 09. We didn't have one in 09.
Oh, just Chipotle in general.
Just Chipotle in general. We didn't have a Chipotle until after we were gone.
Oh, yeah, it came in.
I experienced.
Yeah, when I was in college, it showed up in like 14.
Yeah, I experienced Chipotle when I was in pro ball. That was an eye-opener for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Talk about Luis Hernandez.
An eye-opener. It's beans and rice.
Of course it's an eye. It's delicious, Lloyd.
Look, they put the chicken next to the rice. Two scoops.
You can pack that thing. I mean, at the beginning of Chipotle, they used to pack that thing out. They've started to skimp on the food a little bit, but they used to pack that bowl.
No, you gotta go extra rice. You gotta go extra rice. Extra rice.
There you go.
They don't mind giving that away.
Life hack.
No.
Luis Hernandez got battered up again this weekend as he got hit by maybe 12 pitches through the 2 games. But continue to push through and perform for LSU. Talk about the warrior that he is and how big he's been for LSU in his first season here.
Yeah, he's been great. I mean, he's exceeded any expectations I have. Obviously, you look at his numbers coming from Indiana State, and he's this guy's an offensive first guy. He didn't really catch at Indiana State. You didn't really know what to expect behind the plate, and he's been awesome behind the plate. He's been everything you want in a catcher. Offensively, I'll take what his offensive numbers are here because of what he's doing at the plate. I mean, he's got 9 homers. I wouldn't be shocked if he got to double digits in the year. And he's not hitting for as high of an average or as many homers, but different league, catching every day obviously takes its toll on your body. And what he's doing, how he's controlling the pitching staff, how he's going out there day in and day out, comes up with big hits. I mean, he's been a huge addition to this team, and what he's done behind the plate has been, can't be talked about enough.
Chase Shores was pure electricity when he came out to close the game out last night. Just triple digits all the way through, had swag walking off the mound. Talk about what he could be for LSU moving forward into Omaha.
Yeah, I was, we had made a tweet with Mike Up saying that, let Case and Evans go because he's earned the right to, close the game out to go to Omaha. And then I didn't, you're in the moment, you don't think about it, but I love what Jay did, and it gave Chase Shores the opportunity to go throw the ninth. That may be the last time he steps foot on the mound in Alex Box Stadium, and he left an unbelievable impression. I mean, he came out there, bumping 100, first guy, just blew it right by him, and then he was locating the slider, and he threw with more confidence yesterday than I've seen him throw all year.
1,000%.
And I mean, if he can do that. If he can do that and locate his breaking ball and throw his fastball like that, I mean, he's a weapon for us in the back end of the bullpen. And with a stadium like I forget what the stadium is now in Omaha, but with the stadium in Omaha, you're not, the threat of homer isn't as much as it is in some of these other fields and other stadiums. And so I'd expect you to see him go out there and throw with that same confidence and light it up and say, hey, here it is, come and hit it if you can.
I mean, there's a real world in which, I mean, you said it and you alluded to it, but if Shores goes out and then in an Omaha setting and does that multiple times where people see 100 and they see 89 to 100 where he's locating and pitching like that, like they're going to have Cade Anderson, Anthony Ianson, and then Shores, and they're going to be like, look at this LSU pitching staff. All three might be gone.
Yeah. No, look, it's, I don't think anybody thought that Chase Shores was going to be here next year when the season started, So I think, he's done enough. I think they've seen enough. They've seen the upside. He may not get drafted as high as he wanted to get drafted, but I think they see his upside, and I think he's going to be gone. But yeah, I mean, you're a scout and you watch LSU and you're looking at their talent and their pitching staff and the velocity. I mean, I think there's a stat last in the regional, LSU's pitching staff threw like 95 pitches over 95 miles an hour, something crazy like that. And the next closest was like Tennessee, Arkansas, like 61. Something crazy. I don't know the exact numbers.
Yeah, I saw it too.
But yeah, I mean, they've got a bunch of flamethrowers, and him being the biggest one. So I think scouts know it, and they look at it, and they look forward to watching him. And it's just, when's he going to put it all together? And if he can continue to do that, then that's a really good sign.
Last one, as someone who has made the trip to Omaha in the purple and gold, talk about what this means for the guys on this team that haven't made the trip already, that weren't a part of that 2023 team, and that are headed to the College World Series for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, look, you work all year for this. It's something you talk about in the offseason, you talk about during the season, and when you finally get there, it's hard to get there. And when you finally get there, it's exciting. I think you could look at the dugout last night and see how excited these guys are. I mean, Dickinson, Ianson, and Hernandez, and all these guys transferred in because they wanted a chance to go to Omaha. Well, they didn't just transfer to LSU because, we're going to play for a good school in the SEC and we're going to get drafted. They transferred here because of those things, but because they thought that this had the best opportunity to get to Omaha. And so all those guys are getting to experience it for the first time. Freshmen coming in, I think that's a huge thing for the future. You get to experience this early on in your career. You understand what it feels like and what it's like to get there. So you can continue to pass that torch as you continue to develop and get older. So, man, it's when you finally get there, it is it's a great feeling, but it's fleeting feeling because you know that you have to go out there and just getting there is not the goal. Like it's fun and it's nice, but that's just the start of, what the ultimate goal is of winning the World Series and bringing a championship back to Baton Rouge. So, they celebrated, they enjoyed it. I imagine they're waking up this morning a little hungover, not feeling great. But they have a game on Saturday, and they're going to get going. I don't know when they leave for Omaha. I'd imagine they probably leave on Tuesday for Omaha, and then get ready to win a national championship. So you guys are fired up. I'm fired up for them. So it's the best place to be for the next 10 days, and hopefully we can sneak out there and go watch them.
Ain't no hope. That's what it's going to be.
I can't go opening weekend. They're gonna have to win first weekend so I can go.
Well, you got the Arkansas series. If they clear that hurdle, yeah, I'd imagine come on down.
Yeah, I'll be there for the championship weekend.
There you go.
There we go.
Gotta get there.
We appreciate your time. Obviously, mic'd up from 6 to 8 tonight. What do we have to expect?
Coach Jay Johnson.
A lot of conversations, probably Coach Jay Johnson. Gonna get him on. I'm sure he's hungover on orange juice.
Yeah. He took a picture of the scoreboard last night. It was a very seminal moment. He got caught celebrating.
There you go. I love that. Yeah, we're gonna try to get Jay on, and then obviously recap the weekend, talk baseball, hang out with the boys.
Well, all right. We appreciate your time as always and all of your insight, and we'll talk again soon.
6:05.
All right, boys. See ya. Yeah, Lloyd. Be on time, buddy. Set your alarm.
I already did.
Set your alarm.
Three of them set. Okay, I won't do it.
Take the volume. Put your volume on. If you're taking that, volume on, not vibrating.
Oh, well, that's how I sleep.
Oh. Did it go away? There you go.
There you go. The vibration helps me sleep.
Yeah, put it on. Put the phone on the loud. I called you 22 times and you didn't answer.
It was shocking the amount of times that I saw. I was like, he really cares about me. That's friendship. That's love.
It was a game. I was like, how many times can I get him to call? Can I call without him before he answers?
22.
So
I answered the
22 times.
Yeah, they answered 23rd.
Yep.
Fall down 7 times, get up 8. Fall asleep 22 times, wake up the 23rd.
Yeah, well, let's not do that again. I'll see you tonight.
I see you. Love you.
At 5.
Thank you. 5.
There he is, Mikie Mahtook. Great stuff as always. Really good insight.
He was he got caught in quite the situation. Obviously, people still. That's why I put autograph signer on there. It was so funny.
Of course.
He was trying to go check on the ticket situation, what the deal was with the credentials and all that, and people thought he was skipping the line. They were like, "Oh, you're Mikie, of all people," and he's like, "I'm just going to talk." And it's like it's so funny to see him in that situation. But of course, they're like, "Oh, I see what's happening." The autographs start happening, and the person that was working the ticket booth like, "Just take the Sharpie." And then he shows up to the tailgate with the Sharpie. He's like, "You bring your own Sharpie now?" Like disgusting. He goes, "No, that's not how it happened." I was like, you just expect it, don't you? Yeah. It's like, oh, so you just expect people to ask for your autograph, huh? He's like, no.
You cocky.
You cock.
Glasscock.
LSU
legend this weekend. Tigers are headed to Omaha. Shout out to Mikie Mahtook for joining us to talk about the weekend. Don't forget, every single day we are brought to you by
Glasscock.
AJ Sports Cards in Baton Rouge. 3348 Drusilla Lane, 9:30 to 6. You saw Nikki come in last week, rip some packs open for us, celebrate their 2-year anniversary, pull an autograph patch, Dylan Cruz on the last card pull. Had a lot of people thinking it was rigged, but it was not. And you see we've got some card packs right here that Lloyd might eat one day soon. The number's 225-831-4508. AJ Sports Card 225 on Facebook. There it is. Got some football, some basketball, and some baseball. Got them all. Lloyd's looking at his lunch, his dinner, maybe even breakfast.
Yeah, I got the kikuchi over here.
You do. You
save it for a special occasion.
Filthy man. We're gonna take a quick break here. We'll come back and we'll close out hour number 2 here on this Monday morning, starting the week off strong. Be right back after this.
Jay loves them boys.
T-I-G-E-R-S.
Tingle!
Just needed one of those. Feels right.
I started so many chants
I love
in
it.
the stadium. Probably 95% hit rate.
That job's been taken from you at the golf suites, though. Justin's our chant guy.
He's a great. No,
Justin.
it's always been Justin.
He's a little
I mean,
ball of
you
magic.
at first you were the chant guy.
It used to be Christian would come up with the catchy little.
He did.
And now he's a disgusting human
And
being.
now he's just heartbroken on
It's
air.
just sad. It's like
setting up dinners with his ex prior to this past ex-girlfriend who's in a relationship.
And
He's
if you
just a
listen,
sicko.
go. Are they going to the Applebee's?
The Chili's.
The Fixins.
Hi, welcome to Chili. The
Oh,
Fixins.
the Fixins.
We did have a Fixins quote last night before the Milam double, base clearing double. Milam with
We
the
did. It was
Fixins.
perfect timing.
With the we were talking about walkout songs, what it would be, and I was like, what was Kenny Powers' walkout song whenever he was swung open from the bullpen and entered the game to close it? What would your walkout song be?
I have one.
What was it, and what would it be now if it's?
I
changed?
still think I can. I mean, I guess is Kanye canceled? It was Can't Tell Me Nothing by Kanye, which
Yeah, I think
Coach
he is.
loved.
That's okay.
Like, okay, prick. I get it. You're not the most coachable person on the team.
Right. I can't tell you anything.
Yeah, I know.
Actually,
But that's
Wielding
that
your
meant.
ignorance like a gun.
Yeah.
But-
Sorry, my dad didn't buy the uniforms.
would it be anything from Carter 6? A little elephant. There you go.
Oh, that was good. That was way better than.
That was better. Christian's was terrible last night. We were
Well, he hasn't done anything
I
right in the last
Christian,
month.
I said, Christian, do an elephant sound. He said, oh. I was like, dude, stop. You can't be real. And then Jonathan was a New Jersey mother the entire night.
Oh, ball.
ball.
It was so hilarious.
She just loves to see a boy
And my
play.
favorite part is Justin kept doing it with him.
Yeah,
Like, kept
he loved
doing
it.
an accent with him.
He's like, I don't do it good, but
But he didn't stop. It was the best.
Give me
the
a
best.
mash.
But like we said, shout out to Golf
Ball.
Leagues. It was a fun weekend.
Ball.
Saturday was awesome. I mean, the rain delay kind of cooked us last night, but Saturday was fun. We had some warm bodies in the golf suites. People outside hitting balls, coming in, getting drinks, getting free shots after a Milam Grand Slam, a Curiel 3-run shot, and a Pearson Grand Slam.
Saturday was the best atmosphere.
Had the place hydrated
We've had so
for
far.
sure.
It was pretty sick.
And speaking of hydrated,
Ooh.
like we've said a little bit, we do have a sponsor.
What would your
here.
walkout song be?
I don't remember what I said. I said John Cena theme song last night. It
Oh, it's a great one.
was awesome.
Yours?
What did you say last night?
That's because I like to
One that
see
nobody got.
the range of what we're working with.
Goodbye Horses from Silence of the Lambs.
Sicko.
Sicko.
A monster.
It fucked me
I knew that was coming.
fucked me so hard.
But Range Fit.
She agree, big fat person.
Range Fit. Let's stay on task here. Excited to partner with Range Fit once again. They were a former sponsor of the old show that is dead and gone now, but now it is Tingle & Co. and Range Fit is back. Stay hydrated. It was a hot day on Saturday. What could you use to keep those electrolytes up?
Range Fit.
A little bit of Range Fit. Shout out to Range Fit. Fonz did have a red cable joke. No, tell Lloyd about the red cable joke.
Oh, God, Fonz. I mean, if you have to ask. Sad.
Check out Range Fit's website. Beautiful, beautiful website. They do great stuff. They've got the packets now, not just the tubs.
You can dry them to take it dry and get super hydrated.
You disgusting person. You're a sicko. You know that. They've got some delicious flavors. They do. It's great stuff. Make sure you go to Range Fit. Check out. Look at they've got the stats comparison chart. I love that. Letting you know. None of that sugar.
No sugar.
Got the electrolytes.
I have convinced Golf Suites that I am a diabetic, so I have to get the sugar-free Red Bull. Don't have to worry about Range Fit. No sugar.
No sugar. But shout out to Range Fit. And
magnesium, potassium,
sodium. No sugar though.
No sugar.
No sugar.
And they're taking care of you, keeping you hydrated. Better than Liquid IV. Better than Pedialyte. The classics. Make sure you go get you some Range Fit.
Oh, this actually looks awesome.
Dude, it changes my life.
As somebody without a full functioning colon, which is where you get most of your hydration, not a lot of people know that.
Thank you, doctor.
This is the exact kind of thing.
Dr. Kinfolk.
I need to actually live Dr. fucking Kinfolk.
He was so mad that his nickname's Kinfolk.
They jumped in the chat this morning already. Oh, Kinfolk's here.
It's okay.
It's fine.
There's nothing wrong with it.
You could be Justin Babin Jr.
Yeah, JR.
Nephew.
Jr. Silent Sam.
Silent Sam.
Short-haired Lloyd has now got a new nickname.
Man.
He's Hammered Christian.
Dude, I mean.
Fair enough. But speaking of Christian, his red cable joke was the red cable works as well as Christian's relationship.
Oh, nice.
Which was great. A nice little jab. Really set the tone. Hunter Hall, great point. You don't have to brush your teeth if you don't have sugar. There's no sugar in Range Fit. You don't have to brush your teeth.
Oh, use it to brush your teeth.
Use Range Fit as toothpaste.
Brush your teeth.
There you go. Fair enough.
You should still brush your teeth.
If West Virginia was
probably.
gritty, why don't you do a little Range Fit toothbrush?
Yeah, West Virginia had some lookers on their team. Cartsonas had the handlebar. Then they had Buddy that crushed the baseball. Was it Reinhardt? That crushed that home run at the end.
That was toast.
That has this full beard and just a stock. I mean, he looked
He's just like a stocky boy.
Yeah. I mean, of course. Got to represent, you know.
He must work out.
He must lift. He definitely eats. I know that much.
Did you see the guy that caught the home run, the big fella? And
oh, my gosh.
He's on Twitter.
Mike.
Yeah.
Mike is his name.
Just glad my fat ass didn't drop it.
Hey, fair.
Go Tigers.
I mean, respect. Tip of the cap for announcing it that way. Don't look at the hat here. But yeah, no, I mean, tip of the cap for making sure everyone knows. I mean, because Buddy, one of the home runs, which home run was it? I think it was Pearson's. Dude, there was a guy in the stands, had it lined up, was underneath it, and right by the ear. Like he had it perfect.
Choked.
And the other guy that had a foul ball hit at him, he swatted at it like it was and he got mad at the ball.
It's like, are you kidding?
Who does this?
Who hits a ball this way? Like, buddy, you're at a baseball game, my friend. Like, just
it's so embarrassing.
It's part of the atmosphere. It's why you go.
If my kids saw that, I'd be like, I'm an accountant.
Yeah.
And we'd watch me work this number too. Mm-hmm. Right, Calling Man?
They were asking earlier about your device that's going.
Oh,
your protection
my God!
mechanism.
I can't believe
they don't want you to mess with the mojo we have that LSU has right now. The hand holding.
Yeah, no, I sincerely apologize.
And the standoff in here, but that's okay.
It's so early, you know. We come in here. It's sometimes you're not 100% sharp.
It is very early. Who somebody asked?
I'm a big 2A guy.
Oh, Justin asked me yesterday because he was talking about his school schedule, being like, I could start making the morning show again. So then we started joking with him about sleeping, and he did ask a genuine question. He was like, y'all ever thought about changing the show time?
He's always tired, though.
It's awesome.
We had a 1 o'clock game,
he's sleepy.
and he's like, it's getting kind of late.
I mean,
it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
He had 2 propels.
Oh, no.
That's my guy. I love Justin. Shout out to Justin. Did a great job holding down the fort last night.
He's so entertaining.
He is. He's
and
the best.
Holding down the paws.
Yep.
Yeah, and doing his job, getting LSU a win.
That's right. He is. It's so funny. It's happening.
But as Justin has been connecting physically with the hand holding, we're about to connect athletically on Athletic Connection. See if we can keep the streak alive keep the vibes high here on this Monday morning.
Let's play.
As LSU's headed to Omaha.
Omaha, Nebraska.
Got one game left to find out the full Omaha 8. Duke and Murray State is the final game, and they are on LSU side of the bracket. I think LSU side will be LSU, Arkansas, UCLA, and then the winner of that game. So
I don't even know who to prefer there because Murray State's coming in so hot.
Right. I mean, it depends. It is.
Like you want to see the underdog get in, but
we shall see. I mean, UCLA is a good baseball team. They're playing well. They beat UTSA in 2 as LSU beat West Virginia in 2 as well. So
the Chanticleers are real.
Yeah, but that's on the other side. You wouldn't see
I know.
them
I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm saying like that would be.
No, yeah. I mean,
if we're just projecting,
I would be intimidated.
They have arms like LSU. Like they have guys that come out the pin and throw.
I mean, the 3 teams that are the favorites right now, the 3 best odds: Arkansas, LSU, Coastal Carolina.
All 3
great pitching staffs.
Yeah.
I mean, when somebody asked the question last night, outside of LSU, who has the best pitching? It's Arkansas and Coastal Carolina. And Arkansas, to me, has the best outside of LSU. I think LSU obviously has the best 2 arms, but Root and Wood are very good. Didn't mean to rhyme there. But Root had an electric AB the other day against
Pearl
Tennessee.
Snaps.
When, what was it? Was it Fisher? Somebody. Dude, gets 2 balls, gets to a 3-2 count or whatever.
Spits at him.
And starts, like, chirping. And I'm like, buddy. And then he just blows the fastball right by. Reach back. Hadn't thrown one, I think, faster than 95. Reach backs and throws 98. Like, just pure adrenaline. I don't want to give Arkansas any credit, but that was pretty cool.
No,
I hate Tennessee.
Yeah, I do too.
That
Like,
was awesome.
the Fisher thing, like, they're leaving, right? Like, the center fielder,
It doesn't
Fisher,
matter.
Doyle.
That's the thing. Like, you've hated all the players in the past. Like, it doesn't
That's
matter
true.
who it is. But who was it? Gilbert? Back in the day, you didn't like Gilbert. You didn't like who
Gilbert
was the
Grape?
pitcher? Chase Burns, who ended up going to Wake Forest to their pitching lab.
They're not here either, are they?
No, they're not.
Then make it Omaha again.
I did watch Wake Forest yesterday, though. During the rain delay, we turned on old Skeens and Louder.
I can't believe that guy skull fucked his teammate and they haven't won a game since. That was unbelievable.
West Virginia also had quite the celebration during the season as well.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember that video.
Well,
glad they didn't.
twist his dick.
Glad we didn't lose this series. It would have been
Didn't get to do it.
Irreparable aura damage. How about that? But let's connect athletic.
That was not kinetic. That was athletic connection in a different way.
That was connecting Thrasher.
Oh, that's what he was doing.
Yeah, he's thrashing.
Thrashing it.
This is disgusting.
Coco,
All right,
Falcon,
let's see.
animated, Hawk.
Animated, energetic, excited, spirited. Maybe. Hawk. That's what it was.
Hawk. Hawk Tua.
Was that Christopher Walken?
Yeah.
You're a sick person.
Oh,
I would say Falcon.
spit on it.
Hawk.
Thrasher's a bird. Hold on now.
I'm just seeing if there's another bird.
I think it's Hawk.
Falcon.
Falcon, Brave.
No. It's Hawk Dave Mira.
No, it's not.
There's your skateboard.
I'm telling you, trust me. It's Hawk.
Hawk.
Or no, let's go Brave.
Oh wait, Thrasher's a skateboard company.
Go Brave.
All right, we're gonna let Noah do this one.
Falcon, because this is Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume it's Hawk, Atlanta Hawks.
I think
And then we
that's
need
where
one more Atlanta.
I think they're tricking you. The Thrashers. What's their hockey team?
Aren't they the?
I don't know.
No.
That's what I'm trying to think of.
Because I was thinking. No, I can't find
What do
my.
you think of Tony Hawk?
I was thinking like Olympic gold medalist. Because Coco just like. Oh no, that's never mind. That was French tennis. She won the.
Oh, Coco Golf.
Yeah. So she won a thing in France. So that's where I'm thinking of this.
Let's see.
But let's do Thrasher.
Thrasher?
I think so. It sounds right, doesn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
And then
Oh, here we
Brave.
go. Wait.
Yeah.
Line backer, line up, line.
Man.
Uh-huh.
Line
And then
score.
Line. What would be line score? Line.
Line Hawk.
I don't know. God, this is tough. This is the first time we've
I
ever
think
really
this-
sat on
I
a
think this
shuffle it
is
up.
it.
You
I
think this is it? Okay,
Linebacker, line up, line score, line man.
let's see it.
Let's
There
go.
you go. Good job. Shout out to line.
Shout out to
Yeah, that was good teamwork right there. Okay. Lloyd's line.
Line them up.
Okay, let's go with excited,
Yeah.
spirited,
Energetic.
energetic. Speaking of line,
Animated.
This is the first one I said. There we go.
We got distracted.
Can all be preceded by a line, being energetic.
Or
excited,
Blake.
and-
Lively.
Okay.
Wood.
Canceled. You are. Let's see. So then I would say we go, what Coco. Oh yeah, it is women's tennis. Coco, Iga,
Yeah.
Madison, Mira, or Iga, I believe.
Iga.
Yep.
And then it's Thrasher, Falcon.
Well, we were all over it. Yeah.
Nice work. That was touch and go for a minute.
It was. It got a little scared. Whoa! Warning!
Yes.
Don't pass
Epilepsy
up.
warning.
Fine. Sorry, we beat you to the punch, brother. But great job, great pull on the women's tennis. Coco Golf.
Yeah.
Good
Go
job.
off. I kept because when LSU was losing, I kept looking at it. I was like, I would like to maybe mention that.
Really?
Like whenever it got tight against what I guess LSU was. Yeah, they were losing at one point, but I was like, I just kept staring at the bottom line, and I was like, oh, Coco Golf, and I kept looking at it. It's like, that's nice.
I kept trying to get Christian to talk about UFL football scores last night. He just looked at me disgusted every time. Just would not.
Get him. Talk about the Saints or the Pelicans.
Yeah,
He'll break
he
out
will.
of it. He can't help himself.
He can't. He is sick.
I just wanted to bug him.
Yeah,
I mean,
that would
fair
bug
enough.
him. It pisses him off.
It
He's like,
does.
I
It makes him mad.
have to take.
That's really good to know.
Makes him mad. But appreciate you guys joining us this morning.
Willie Green lasted longer than his relationship.
What'd you say?
He said Willie Green lasted longer than his relationship. Oh,
That would make him angry. What did I say? Oh, he wanted me to give a Lynn Rollins line. And
You
I
can
was
puck
like-
her up
and
and
what did
kiss
I
this
say?
ass
I said something,
goodbye.
I said something about his relationship.
Can't find with a search warrant and a bloodhound.
But I did not promise a Quirtle, Biggest. I said maybe a Wordle.
Biggest.
I said maybe a Wordle, not a Quirtle.
Yes, you did.
Who called
You
me?
did.
I got a phone call. I said no Quirtle. We will never do a Quirtle.
That was the
I
most
don't think.
intimidating thing I've ever seen.
It's scary. Do you know what a Quirtle is?
No.
It's 4 Wordles
Combined.
combined. Like you're putting in the same words for all of them.
It's like a
Oh.
Richard Gere hamster cage.
I believe it's. I mean, it's unbelievable.
No, yeah, we just make asses.
Andrew
of ourselves.
Messina, wow, in the chat, give me an LSU Coastal College World Series Finals. I mean, LSU avenged themselves in 23.
I don't want the Chris Phillips curse on my LSU
No,
baseball.
that is true.
I don't even know what a Kuyon is.
That is true. I don't want that curse either.
Is that their deal? Have they had the same great manager for a while?
Coastal?
Is that how they've stayed?
I don't know.
I don't know. I just
Like that guy seems angry.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't.
I don't know. I just see the press conferences like you look like a baseball coach.
Definitely.
I just didn't know. If it was
And he's
one of
got a
those
good
things
program.
Where, like one dude sticks.
He's got
in
a really
place
good program.
like a Mark Few thing in Gonzaga.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Messina. I would love the revenge. That would be nice. That would be nice. So, but I do want to say it was a great first week last week. It was the first official week of Tingle & Co.
Really was.
It was a very reassuring week. It was nice to be reassured in decisions, and I appreciate all of you guys as we went live. I think this is day 8 in a row that we've been live. As we went Watch Party Sunday, show and Watch Party Monday, show Tuesday, show Wednesday, show Thursday, show Friday, Watch Party Saturday, Watch Party Sunday. We are live at 9.
And you're the guy that's done every single show.
I have been at all of them. It's nice. It's been a long week, but a reassuring week. We appreciate you guys here. As Tingle & Co. is officially rolling the second week of its birth.
It is.
Fun.
It has been. It's been a good time.
fun.
It's always fun.
Bye now.
And LSU's winning. That makes it
Yeah.
fun. And
Oh, thank God.
How about yes? How about Tingle & Co. Omaha and Tingle & Co.'s first
Tingle and Comaha.
Tingle & Comaha. That's nice. High five across the room. Hold hands across the room.
Everybody.
And Justin's in the middle.
Justin's nightmare. But we'll be back tomorrow morning, 7 to 9, to get ready.
This can't be what's happening.
To be ready for Omaha. We'll break it down as the week goes on,
Beautiful.
and hopefully we'll have some exciting stuff in line for the College World Series appearance.
There's
of
something
LSU.
in that, probably in that sick son of a bitch's head. He was like, watch, hold my hand, nothing's going to change. And then it backfired on him.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
He's trying to break the curse, and he can't. It's too true.
Just reinforce what natural magic.
Yep. So we'll see you tomorrow morning, 7 to 9. I appreciate y'all. Love you. Love y'all. Sorry, Biggest.
Don't be sorry. Just be happy it happened.